Hi, welcome to my office. My name is Paul Tilley, and I'll be your instructor for this course, Macroeconomics. Well, you might be asking what exactly is macroeconomics before we get started. Probably a good sense of what we're going to be doing would be helpful. Well, macroeconomics, first of all, deals with the economy as a whole. It looks at the revenues generated in the economy, the expenditures going on in the economy, and tries to decide how healthy the economy is based on those revenue and expenditure flows. In this course, we'll be looking at measuring those flows both from an income point of view and an expenditure point of view. Some of the topics we'll be looking at specifically deal with macroeconomic goals. What is it that government, normally it's government who deal with this, what is it that government would try to do in order to maximize the value of the economy? And when you think about it, well, you ask, how does it affect us? Well, if the economy is healthy, odds are we'll be healthy too, because a healthy economy means more jobs, more employment, more money, and it allows us to maintain a higher standard of living. So government's role is largely to manage the economy so that we can keep our standard of living at the highest possible point. So we're going to be looking at inflows, outflows. We're going to be looking at money and how money is calculated and managed in the economy. We're going to be looking at the banking system, fiscal policy, monetary policy, rates of exchange when we talk about importing and exporting. So those are some of the issues. It's quite a bit different from the microeconomics that you've just graduated from. Microeconomics deals with the firm. So there's a distinction between microeconomics, the firm, and macroeconomics dealing with the country or the economy as a whole. So we'll be looking at those distinctions throughout the course. So let's take a look specifically at the course and then this course that's offered this semester. What I want you to be aware of, first of all, is how the system works. In the distributed learning system, we use a program called D2L, Desire to Learn. It's a piece of software. And if you go into the piece of software, you'll notice that you get into the course, and up on the top left-hand side, you'll see content. Now, content is the major content that is contained in the course. What you want to be able to do is go through that content on a regular basis and find out, it helps direct you to what you need to do in order to achieve the learning goals. Primarily in the early stages, what I want you to look at is the very first section of the content that deals with the course information. If you look, for example, one of the first things I want you to see is how the course is evaluated. And this is important for you to say, how much are things worth, what is it that's important, what is not so important. So you'll see that in our course we have 4 assignments that you have to do, and they're worth 20% in total. We have a participation grade, and the participation grade relates to your discussion postings, and we'll talk a bit about discussion postings in a minute, and 2 exams, the midterm and the final. So you'll see there how those are weighted out. The next thing that you want to take a look at is the course outline, and I'd ask that you look hard at the course outline in terms of what we'll be doing and some of the links that is related to related subjects there. And it gives you an overview of exactly what's in the course. Even more specific than that, I'd like you to take a look at the course schedule. The course schedule is key to determining when things need to be done, how fast you should be moving along, and these sorts of things. I'd like you to not only look at the course schedule, but to print it, and that way you have a hard copy right in front of you at all times. So make sure you do those sorts of things. As we move through the weeks, you'll notice that everything's broken down into a 13-week semester. I want you to pay close attention to the dates that correspond to the weeks. And you'll also notice on the right-hand side of the schedule there, of that schedule, you'll see when things are due. And they're always due the week that they're posted. So say, for example, you're looking at week 4, you have a discussion activity 2 and 3 to get done during week 4. So as you go by the weeks, make sure you're paying attention to what needs to be done and when it needs to be done. And that schedule will certainly help you do that. And if you print it out, it makes life that much easier. These little videos are a test this term, and I'd like you to give me some feedback on them. I will post them on a fairly regular basis to give you an indication of what needs to be done and what the subject area is. If I get a series of questions here, I'll address them and these sorts of things. So I look forward to doing those sorts of things. So in summary then, welcome to the course. Best thing to do is to get started. Chapter 1, Unit 1 is always a good place to start. And I can be reached. paul.tilley@cna.nl.ca is my email address. My phone number is 709-466-6948. I'm on the web everywhere. You just Google search me and you can find my wiki page where I have my schedule up. You can see my schedule and these sorts of things. Also a half dozen other places that you can find me there. So try it, take a look at it, ask lots of questions, get back to me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for joining the course. I appreciate you taking it.